so the countdown is on to Christmas. I'm sure you have been just as busy as I have. I'm going to share with you today some of my prep for Cousin's Christmas and Christmas morning brunch. So first of all, I'm going to start with a little grocery store pickup. Caroline got me some things today. I had a delivery, and of course we still forgot a few things. So as always. All right, so I'm going to do a quick Walmart pickup for you and a few Dollar General things and kind of give you an idea of some of the things that I'm going to be making for Cousin's Christmas and also Christmas brunch. So I use a lot of crescent rolls. I do some little ham and cheese. That's what these are for. They're very easy. It's just ham and cheese and 1 egg, and you mix it up. And then I do these in minis, in my little mini muffin pans. So those are like a thing that I've been doing for years at Christmas brunch. Very easy. And then I'm also going to make these cinnamon roll. You take the cinnamon rolls, you cut them up, and you mix them with this apple pie filling. Also very simple, easy to make, and it is delicious. So I'm going to do that. And then we do have a few of our everyday items. You know, we always eat this yogurt and these pepperonis, turkey pepperonis. I did go ahead and get some pre-made icing, even though I am going to make some, just because when we're doing the cookies, these are really easy for them to use. And I got green, red, and white, and then they didn't have it in the blue, but I'm going to just use some of this. I'm also going to do a mini cookie cake, so I'm thinking I'll probably use some of the red and green for that. That's why I got 2 of those. Cream cheese. I also make a cream cheese bacon bit ranch dressing little crescent roll things. I do those basically the same way. Just make the minis, mix all that together. It's delicious and simple. You can also put a little green onion in it. I don't always do that, but you can. So that's what that is. And then, you know, if you've seen a grocery haul from me before, we love this. Those are just something for Trent. This is going to be used, I think, for my sausage balls. I don't know for certain. I saw a recipe that used like the Red Lobster biscuit package to make them with, and I might do that because I do have some of it, but we'll see. We do grits in the crock pot, so I just went ahead and got some. These are cheddar cheese, and I have some of the regular too. I have not had much of an appetite recently, but when I have to take my medicine in the morning, I need a little something on my stomach. So I've been eating one of these. It's very low calorie, not much to it, but just a quick little something on my stomach. And then we're going to do some chocolate covered pretzels for Christmas Eve. I think I'm going to take those. And then those will last us. Velveeta, of course, to go with the sausage balls. And you know what else I forgot? Guess what? The sausage. Oh, gosh. Just hit me. So I'll be doing another Walmart delivery or run by there tomorrow. Cannot believe I did that. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And this year I thought I would do some little mini waffles, and I just got some syrup, and I'm going to get some fruit a little bit closer to time. And then just a pizza for a quick meal if we need it. We always buy these. Orange juice for Christmas morning. Coke Zeros, and I got some other drinks. I got a lot of water bottles because a lot of us just drink water. More marshmallows because we're going to make some more Rice Krispie treats. Those are always a hit. And then we're going to do, and here's another thing I forgot. I call these haystacks, but they probably are called different things by different people. Trent's grandmother used to make these every year. You just take the butterscotch and these, and you can use the bigger ones, but they were out, so we got these, and peanuts. Melt it, mix it all together, and then put them in the refrigerator to harden, and they are delicious. So I'm going to do those. That's just for snacky me. Just got to have a little something. I got a small one of these, so I would have an option to make a smaller cookie cake instead of one of the big ones, because I think that's all we'll need. And I picked up some more aluminum foil, and then pink tablecloth I'm going to use for Cousin's Christmas because these are the little plates I wanted to use, and so I want those to match. So that is a quick run, and like I said, I've already thought of a couple of things that I forgot, peanuts and the sausage. So now I'm going to have to do that too, but we're going to get started putting them up and kind of get some things going for Saturday. So step one, got the groceries. So I've already made the sugar cookies for our cousin's Christmas day. I put those in the freezer. I usually make them a few days ahead of time and then just pull them out before. So those are made in the freezer, ready to go. And today I'm going to start prepping the icing. This is a different recipe than what I've been using, but it looks pretty simple. I actually have two different types that I made. Did I say dressing? Did I say dressing? If I did, I meant icing. I don't know, y'all. Crazy. Too much on the brain. Anyway, this is a pretty simple recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and do this batch first, and then we'll make some colors out of it, and then I'm going to look at the other type that I have too, because I might do it also, and we'll get them mixed up. This can stay out for several days. You don't have to refrigerate it, so I'm going to put it in an airtight container when I finish and keep it out because we don't have it tomorrow, but it is the next morning, so it won't be out that long. So here we go. So this is a cup of unsalted butter. I already have that in there. I'm going to get it started mixing, and then it'll be 3 cups of powdered sugar that you add to it. So we'll get that going. So what I typically do every year is I have this little cheap turntable, came from the Target $5 section, and I put some of the icing and sprinkles on that so they can just kind of find what they want. I put that icing in here, and I'm going to kind of wait till they start working and see maybe what colors they want. I know I'm probably going to need to do a yellow for stars. I do have a few of the little googly eyes. And then we'll move this little thing over there too. Again, another cheap little Target thing that we just put all the sprinkles on. And it is a little turntable, and they can choose the sprinkles that they want. So I haven't taken the things off my table yet. I'm going to wait and do that the morning of, but just kind of getting everything over here together in one spot. same thing with this. It doesn't look like it made a whole lot, but this is not a recipe I've tried before either. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in an airtight container, and then I'm gonna get some of my piping bags ready. So all I have to do is add the color to each of these, and they'll be ready to go in. So I just keep this little bin in one of my cabinets. It has my decorating tips and bags, and then the colors, the gel colors there. So I'm gonna get out some of these decorating bags and go ahead and put some tips on a few of those, so that'll be ready. I did take a cake decorating class years ago, but listen, my knowledge is very minimal, I promise you that. But one of the things that is very helpful if you decide you ever want to try to do some piping for anything, even if you're doing something simple and amateur like what I do, if you will buy these are couplers, and if you put that on a coupler, I've got several of them, put that on the end of your bag, and I'll show you in just a minute, and it comes with this little piece right here. So you can change the tips without having to take all the icing out of that bag. It just allows you to change tips as you're working. So that's a great little tool to have. Since I bought so many of the other type, I'm only going to do a few of these. I think I'm going to do 4. I'll just put the rest back, but if they need it, we can do more. And what you do on the very tip here of these bags, don't cut it too far down. You may have to do more than one cut, but you just cut the tip off of it. And then if you're using the coupler, move those. It just goes at the end. And you can see that it's not coming out, so I've got to cut it just a little bit more, make it a little bit wider. Don't want it too wide because then the icing will come out the sides of it. So that gives me plenty of width, and then all you have to do is choose whatever tip that you want to use to start with. And let's see. I'm going to start with this one, just for this particular one. And I think I've got to buy some more of those, more of these. And then you just screw that right on. You put your icing in the bag, and then you're good to go. And then if you decide you want a different tip, then all you have to do is take that off and remove that tip, and you can put the new tip on. So this is a big time saver if you are planning to use a lot of different tips or you want different piping designs. I would highly recommend that you get some of these. They probably have them at Walmart. I'm almost positive they do. I got mine at a different place way back when, and I know you can also order them. So yeah, simple. I'm going to show you will be the ornament supplies. Just to give you kind of an idea of what we do, when my oldest daughter was 5, we moved into this house, and my niece right under her was almost 3 at that time. And so I thought it would be fun to get them together, and we didn't do cookies because they were, especially the 3-year-old. But what we did, I did the little Christmas, the little cones, the ice cream cones, turn them upside down, and let them ice them green and put little candies on them like a little Christmas tree. And I think we might have done some kind of little handprint ornament that year. But every year after that, we have always gotten together with all of the cousins and made a Christmas ornament. They decorate Christmas cookies. They started doing a gift exchange a few years ago. Each of them draw a name. They've really enjoyed that. Some years they've watched a movie, and we usually just go run get pizza for lunch. So It's just a tradition that we have been doing literally for, this may actually be the 20th year. Sadly, my oldest daughter, who is, I know, 25, I know, she is not going to be able to make it this year, and that's okay. Her in-laws don't live in town, so they're going to be with them for a while, and then they'll be here. And that's perfectly fine, I understand. But the rest of them will be here, and we are excited to get together again. So I'm going to share with you the ornament kind of that we're going to make this year, and then I'm going to show you some of the ornaments that we've done in the past. So I got this little set off of Amazon. I saw this, I think, on Instagram. I thought they were super cute. They're these little unfinished houses, and I think they have like 3 different designs. I think that's like a little schoolhouse or church. And then that one. And what I'm going to have them do is just take the brown and kind of dilute it and just rub it on there on the houses, almost like, not a stain, but similar to that effect. Just kind of rub it on with a dry rag so it'll kind of keep more of the wood look than just painting it brown. And then I just got some chalk pens that they can use to do like the icing designs around them. And then I picked up some of these tiny little wreaths that they can, you know, place on them if they want to. And then these are just some little extra Christmas things that we had from previous years. You can see some of those down there when we made some things if they want to use any of those. And then we'll just hot glue the ribbon on the back to hang them with. So that's going to be this year's ornament. So this little tree I started putting up last year in the back hallway. I did have a garland around the door going into the kitchen, but it just got to be so many that I just decided, let me just put a little tree back here. And so Caroline put this up for me this year. And all that it has on it are all of the different ornaments that we've made from every year. And there is a huge variety. And I have 2 of every kind on here because, you know, of my 2 girls, and they would each make one. And you know, the first few years, I'm not real sure exactly what happened to some of them. I think for the most part they're on here, but some of them might have got lost in the mix. But it's just such a sweet little tree, and I love to come look at it and see all the memories over the years of the things that they've done. And so then when we make the new ones, they will get added to this tree also. We even did those big stars too. That was something that we did one year. And then I put these cute little light bulbs. Those came from Walmart up there. And then these cute little reindeer I actually found at a thrift store, and I thought they would be fun on this tree. So Caroline put those up too. So there is the cousin Christmas tree, and we will be adding to it this weekend. These are the trays that once they make their cookies, they just come over and put their cookies on their tray. And then I have little to-go boxes that they put them in before they leave. But this way they can dry, and then, you know, I can get a picture of them. So each one of them has one. And then last year I added Justin's name on here with hopes, but they're not going to make it this year, so I'm going to use that for another little friend that's coming. But I picked these up several years ago at the Dollar Tree. They probably have something very similar, but I mean for $1, and I just, after they're finished, I just rinse them off and put them on top of the refrigerator, pull them out and wash them each year, and they're ready to go. stuff on the table. I know it's not really pretty, but this is going to be a working table. So we just try to do it in a way that they can all get to what they need and make it work. So I usually just put a plate out for them so that they'll have something to work on with their cookies. And then I just keep a bag of these disposable knives for them to use. And then I've got lots of sprinkles here. And there are some more sprinkles in here. Probably just go ahead and take those out too. And then, of course, all the icing and the blue I will put in a piping bag so that they can get to it, and then the little eyes. And I still have to decide on colors for the icing that I made. And I think we're going to need a little bit of orange, maybe. I know yellow, and maybe this light green. And then I'll also put the blue in one of these piping bags, and I'll do that in the morning before they get here. So I think I'm getting pretty close. I'll share with you the cookies. You know, some years they turn out better than others. We had a few that we didn't love, but I think overall they're fine. So, and I normally try to do them by shape, so when they're trying to get them, they'll know. I don't know how well I did with that this year, but we've got candy canes, angels, bells, Santas, reindeer, stars, gingerbread men. So lots for them to choose from. These are little packages. This one's cracked a little bit with the icing. It really won't matter. And then we also did a few ornaments. So I'm going to keep those out today so they can thaw out. So I just went ahead and put the stuff on the table. I know it's not really pretty, but this is going to be a working table. So we just try to do it in a way that they can all get to what they need and make it work. So I usually just put a plate out for them so that they'll have something to work on with their cookies. And then I just keep a bag of these disposable knives for them to use. And then I've got lots of sprinkles here. And there are some more sprinkles in here. Probably just go ahead and take those out too. And then, of course, all the icing and the blue I will put in a piping bag so that they can get to it, and then the little eyes. And I still have to decide on colors for the icing that I made. And I think we're going to need a little bit of orange, maybe. I know yellow, and maybe this light green. And then I'll also put the blue in one of these piping bags, and I'll do that in the morning before they get here. So I think I'm getting pretty close. I'll share with you the cookies. You know, some years they turn out better than others. We had a few that we didn't love, but I think overall they're fine. So, and I normally try to do them by shape, so when they're trying to get them, they'll know. I don't know how well I did with that this year, but we've got candy canes, angels, bells, Santas, reindeer, stars, gingerbread men. So lots for them to choose from. These are little packages. This one's cracked a little bit with the icing. It really won't matter. And then we also did a few ornaments. So I'm going to keep those out today so they can thaw out. I did take I took a napkin, but you could really use paper towel, even an old rag. And I just dipped it in this paint and just rubbed it on here and wiped it off. And I think that gives it, and I'm gonna wipe it a little bit more before it dries. I think that gives it more of a wood tone look than if you just painted it brown. So I'm gonna tell them to maybe try that. So we are all ready in here. This is not a Pinterest cookie day. This is what we know works for us. So I have some icing in the bags. I do have some of these because, you know, this is more about just being together and having fun. We're not trying to make professional cookies here. My toothpicks, because they use that sometimes just for a little bit. All of the sprinkles, have the plastic knives, icing scattered around. So everything's set up here. And then I have some paper towels over here because they will need them. And then they can select their cookies. And all of their trays are out for them to put them on. I gotta go get in there and get their boxes. And then we've gotten started here, laying out everything for the ornaments. And this is the one that I did the smear paint on, so they'll be able to see that. So, I think we're ready, Caroline? Ready to go? Ready to go.
This kind of,
Okay, cookie day in the works.
Yeah, I want everybody to look at my snowman real quick, and let's look at Mason's
Hampton.
Hampton.
Can someone pass me the red?
red.
Yeah, I
This
got you,
is,
Colin.
if you need that, that's just plain red.
Yeah, I want this.
Abby's got hers.
I love
Yeah.
Tish Loves Home. It's such a great channel.
It is, really
It
is.
really is.
Like and subscribe.
Hey, everybody like and subscribe and comment on this video for more content like this.
Oh gosh. They probably think all I do is like stuff like this because I'm always doing it.
Y'all just help enjoy Christmas.
Open the door.
I'm excited. Well, it looks like a piece of clothing.
Yeah, I don't
think it's a hoodie.
Oh, yes, sir.
Wow.
This is
That's
this is my
nice.
second hoodie ever. I only have one in
Okay.
rotation right now, so this is perfect.
Yeah, that's cute.
And I love it.
We like the, yeah, Caroline, you did good, Caroline.
I got some opinions from other people that had those hoodies, and they all said they liked it. So, yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. One more time,
So I had them do the technique that I had tried. They just took the brown paint and rubbed it on with the paper towel. And then as soon as they put it on, then they took a dry part of the paper towel and just rubbed it off. Kind of like stain, basically. And it really just made it look more like wood than just brown paint, because you could see the grains of the wood underneath it. And I just wanted to do something a little different this year. We've done gingerbread houses before, so I wanted these to look a little bit different. And they got so into it, I could not believe it. Even the guys. I mean, it was so quiet in here. They were working, looking at designs. It was so funny. I just really wasn't expecting them to enjoy it as much as they did. It was simple, but I think they had a great time doing it. And we just used the white paint pens. They worked really well to get the details in there. And then you'll probably notice on the table, I do have some little mini wreaths that I ordered off Amazon. There's several different designs of these houses, and some of them did better than others for the wreaths. And so you'll see when we finish, A few of them did more than one, and they used the wreaths on some, but there's also some other little candy pieces that I just had in my stash from the last time we did some that they used. I wanted to do a quick little wrap up of Cousin's Christmas and how it ended for us. I planned to film this yesterday. Well, we had a little unexpected emergency at the end of our day. My niece Abby, that was at the Cousin's Christmas, she had just gotten her ears pierced recently, and she did 2 holes on each ear. And she'd had a problem the day before with one of the top holes, and she'd went and they clamped it back and looked at it. Well, when she was over here, I did notice she was talking about how swollen it was. And I did notice that I really couldn't even see the earring in that ear that was so swollen. But I was like, she just went. I'm not going to say anything to her about it. I don't want to get her, worked up or worried. Well, afterwards, she'd probably been gone about an hour. And she called me, and Caroline, she was like, I can't get this earring out. It's so swollen. Can I come over there and see if y'all can get it out? And we were like, sure, we'll try. But when she got over here and we looked at it, I just, had one of those butterfly backs on it, which I hate those things. They're so hard to get off. And I was afraid I was going to hurt her. And we really couldn't even see the earring. So it was like, it was tiny. Do we pull it out, or do we, try to hold the earring stud and pull the back off? Anyway, I said, I don't want to mess this up. So we were so thankful. We found somebody that I knew that her son actually has a tattoo and piercing shop where he works, and they were open, and it was in our town. So I called them, and they were so helpful, and they were like, yes, just bring her on. And so we had an adventure to end our day, and we did go, and they were not real pleased with the way her ear looked and the earring that was in it. They're not the ones who pierced it. So they were able to get it out, and she was so relieved. But we were there for quite a while. It was almost like they had to do surgery on her, is what we felt like. But they ended up taking out the top and the bottom. So anyway, we had a bang-up ending to our Cousin's Christmas, but we had a great time. I hope that this will give you some ideas, maybe for some traditions to start with your family. It is something that has stood the test of time. We've done it year after year. We've changed a few things as time has gone on, but for the most part, it's pretty much stayed the same. And once I get everything ready now, they can pretty much just run the show. So anyway, it was a fun day, and so my next video, I will be prepping for Christmas brunch, which I host at my house. Christmas Eve is at my dad's, so I'll be doing a few things for that also. And I'm also going to share with you how we do the cousin stockings over at his house every year. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I don't want you to miss the next video. And then, of course, after that, y'all, I'm going into complete Christmas takedown, clean up, get my house back in order, which I know I'm weird, but I get so excited for that every year. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, y'all.